This is a complex song. It mainly consists of two parts. One is a classical part and one is a techno-like part. I will show you the classical part first, then I will show you the EDM part and how I merged them. I will start with the cinematic drums. Okay, listen to these two. This song is about the terror reign during the French Revolution, so I want it to be tense, scary. This is also why am I using the classical elements. And we have this brass. It's a very big, also scary sound. And during the song, it just keeps repeating, keeping the tension high, together with the drums. Next thing I have is the strings. This is the high end. This is the mid, and this is the low end. Let's play all together now. You will notice that at the end I have increased the pitch a little bit, so it adds some tension, like all the other elements. Next up, we have a little violin pizzicato. You can barely hear it, but it's there. And we also have this guitar coming from the right. This is again barely hearable, but if you listen with some high-end headphones you will hear it. And this is together with the pizzicato. Now to the main melody. It's actually 5 chords playing arpeggio on top of it. And we have this is the main melody, and we have a complementary violin on top of it. On the second 4 bars you will also notice the flute. I think it's beautiful. All together, let's play them all together, and they sound like. And that is the classical part. Now let's move on to EDM or techno part. I like to call it techno. Let's start with the kick. Simple kick with a snap at the high, claps and snares. Let's also play the other hats. Now remember the cinematic drums we have previously played. Let's also add these. The signature brass sound of the song. Now if we add the bass, I think we can say that we have the techno part. You'll notice that the brass part ends here, so after that to keep the tension going, I repeated the same cello sample or bass sample from the classical part. Together they sound like this. You will hear the bass playing on the background after this verse ends. Okay, on top of it, we need a melody, and I made this melody, which I really like. Together. I think it sounds really good. One thing I noticed, if I play only the first quarter of this brass melody, it also sounds good. So that is what I did on the second 8 bar on the EDM part. I also added rim, which I really like. It sounds like. Let's hear them all together. The silence parts from the brass makes the bass hearable, which adds a really nice spice to the song. For the bridge, remember the violin part. This sound is from Flex. It's a FL Studio stock plugin. I really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of paid plugins. I think you can still make amazing songs with the stock sounds. So if you check the macros of this sound, you will notice the pulsar. Without it, it sounds like... Check how the sound changes when I increase this. I think it makes the violin sound more danceable. So I have added some automation, and during this bridge the violin starts with that pulsating sound and it transitions back to non-affected version of itself. You will notice that a lot of different sounds here, sound effects here. I don't want to call them ear candy. They're basically random screaming and dog barking sounds. I wanted to reflect the chaotic environment of the Reign of Terror. I think it makes the song a little bit scarier, so I used them. During that transition, I'm still using the kick, snares and bass. With these sounds, I'm slowly returning back to classical part. Then we can go back to the dance part with full force. Only different sound from the first version of the dancing part is this. I thought that I can use the emptiness on the high ends, so I added this melody, and I think it works well. And on top of that, again, the absolutely same melody, but with a different instrument. Then we go back to our brass and rims. And there you have it.